Hello, everybody. This is the formal announcement now, and if you cannot tell, I don't know why I invited this annoying piece of person here, and we're going to be taking a look at the Channel Awesome apology. If you don't know what's happening right now, Megan, you could take over for a second if you want to.
Oh yeah, there was a document. If you don't know, first of all, if you don't know Channel Awesome, they are a group of reviewers that used to they didn't like the YouTube environment because this is back before fair use was even good on YouTube. So essentially what happened is they went to this other site and they built their own site and they used blip streaming. And it was a community and they'd all work together and they would do like collabs together, film collabs where they do a big film. They were called anniversary films. Essentially what happened years down the line was a huge document that just got recently released like a week ago called Channel Not So Awesome, showing all the behind the scenes stuff of the CEO and Doug Walker and Rob Walker, who basically built the site, of how absolutely disgusting their background practices were and how little care and how sexist they were. And that's coming from me. It's like they were actually sexist. I ain't some feminazi bitch.
Yeah, it seems pretty damning. I mean, that's what we're kind of taking a look at, though, is we're going to look at the response. We're mostly going to look at the response. We do not have time to go through the entire 73-page document, so we'll just skim over the response from Channel Awesome and just kind of be like, okay, is this a valid response? Because I always believe in giving the other side a chance, especially when you start crying sexism and
essential like sexual abuse too, which was also like sexual harassment that they ignored from another. I forget the user who did that, but go look at the document.
Yeah,
essentially,
I'm gonna link. Yeah, actually, I should link the document. Come to think of
it, link it in. Just link it here and I can quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Because I have the two chats open.
Well, so do I here. I'll just drop that there.
This is the rumor here is that that the CEO, I forget his Mike something.
Mike McCod.
Mike McCod was the one who wrote this, and he has a huge fucking ego to him. So also keep that in mind. And notice that most of these quote unquote chat logs are just kind of written out, and not because they had a Skype group too, where they would be messaging each other. They always said that they message each other on Skype. But why wouldn't you take pictures of the Skype chat instead of copy and pasting them to this weird place? It's just sketchy. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
The rumor come out. Hi, Cat Nerditude. Say hi to him. He's my fiance, and the filmer of future skits and of skits because he's too shy to be on camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I never heard of this channel ever. As in Channel Awesome, it's a website, and honestly, like the Doug Walker
now, but...
yeah, the Doug Walker content has never been awful. I've always enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. I don't like it. I had a point where I was just like all head over heels of his content back in the day before he did like the demo reel. Like there's like before demo reel era almost. You know what I mean? Essentially, I like those reviews. He thinks he's funny, and the skits he does are just so cringy. I couldn't watch it.
I'll agree with you at first. Some of his later ones I think got decent. Like there are some I will go back and watch. And like, oh yeah, it's a new one. Mostly because Michael and Tamara save it so much. They are like Tamara's legitimately funny, and Malcolm is just a treat.
Yeah, Malcolm's pretty good. Like Malcolm knows how to fucking act. But the problem is that I watch it for the review. Comedy is nice, but I watch it for the review.
Right. Well, anyway, let's go through it real quick. So, and then I can kind of give my impressions because I've met most of these people before, and I have a working relationship with some of them. right now, so I can just give my impressions. But yeah, here's what I want to do. I want to grade the response. So, starting up top, since the posting of the Not So Awesome document on Monday, April 2nd, we have been exploring all of our options on how to address the lies that have been alleged in this that have been alleged by multiple disgruntled individuals.
Been changed. I read this a few days ago when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have lies. It was like
accusations.
Accusations. There we go.
Yeah, that's.
They just switched it to lies.
That.
Oh, Mike is just. So we're.
So who do we know who wrote? Okay, so it is just posted.
It's posted, but everybody can tell it's Mike.
I don't. The thing is, I don't know Mike at all. So if you say it's Mike, I'm gonna believe it. But I could just as easily see Rob write this. Not that I know.
Yeah, because Rob also has a little bit of an ego, but I feel like Mike would be the one to respond, considering he apparently doesn't do a shit, so this would be the shit that he would do. Because most of the accusations in the Not So Awesome document are actually towards him more than anybody.
Yeah.
So I think his irate would be the one who did this.
Yeah. Someone said there's no indentation. I wouldn't indent a blog post, so that's a little nitpicky, but let's keep going. First of all, like, coming out right away saying lies that have been alleged, you kind of throw professionalism out the window here. And even followed by the alleged multiple disgruntled individuals. This is not good. Like,
you know what we should do? We should do is have a mark out of 100, and anything that's a little bit off, we'll take off a point.
Okay, I'll open OBS real quick and get a text going.
Yeah.
So I'll put grade.
Hey X, how's it going? Get the fuck out.
So I'll mark it 100 out of 100, and
for now.
Because that's how the terrible American grading system works. Is
he already has 2 marks for the lies alleged by multiple disgruntled individuals.
Yeah.
So he already has 2 points. 2 points lost.
Okay, give me a second to give it a stroke. There we go.
If we did 10, we'd be gone already.
So let's say he loses. Let's say he goes down to 95. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and give it a 95 out of 100 so far. So I'm being a little harsh, but you know what? These are grown professionals, so to speak, so let's...
Yeah, this is a CEO of a company, remember.
This is why YouTube was created, yes! So we can crap on better content creators.
The only reason we're doing that is because me and Stuart are fucking trolls, and we also know, I mean him, know Channel Awesome.
Yeah, well...
And there's JoJo.
Yeah, there is JoJo in the background if you can't hear. Alright, let's see. Channel Awesome has always tried to keep our dealings with content partners out of the public eye, and despite any difference or disagreements, we have never publicly spoken negatively about them, but a response to these accusations leveled against us must happen. To be fair, I think most of this is actually true. I think, like, Channel Awesome has never openly spoken out against, like, any real drama, from what I can tell.
They have Spoonie.
They kept out of it as long as they could.
They did keep out of it as long as they could, but they did state that our views do not equate to his, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, like, they threw him off the site, and they gave him a farewell and said, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah,
that's the closest I can get to that, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And
I'll give it, yeah, you get, nice job. This is a well-crafted paragraph, too. So, modest golf clap. Obviously, we cannot address all 73 plus pages against us in this forum, but we will address the most egregious. Yep, you can have that one.
They don't. Like I said, I've already read through this. They don't actually go through the most egregious. They just go through the ones that they think that they have a fighting chance for.
Yeah, I remember there's a few that were pretty bad. I read most of the document. I haven't read it since the update, but I remember reading some of the first ones. Let's see. Accusation. Jane Doe accuses us of knowing about a sexual deviant for over a year, page 66. So I've got the document.
They actually have the pages up. Sweet.
Yeah.
So this was near the end of the document. It should be in the... There it is, Jane Doe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. The following story is from an anonymous contributor called Jane Doe, recounting the story of a former producer who had sexually abused her. The claims that management was aware of said producer's deviancy for over a year and did nothing. Pieces of information include names, are removed for the sake of privacy. Jane Doe has given us permission to share this story, but not her name. At least 2 other victims have come forward regarding this person, but whether management known about him is unknown. The chat is copied verbatim with the victim's permission.
Okay, so Jane Doe, by the way, is just basically Anon.
Yeah.
All we know is that this person is female. That's it. It's John Doe, essentially, but female. So let's go back to the response.
Now, I would like to point out that, first of all, like, this could have easily been disputed because it's an anonymous source that was copied and pasted. And
but they fought against it.
They fought against it. That gives a lot of credit to this argument. This could totally be he said, she said, though. Mm-hmm. But
so already we should dock some points for just addressing this anyway. They shouldn't have addressed this.
But if you did not know, Jane Doe is accusing this person of basically sexually grooming her like a child predator. And from what I understand, she was 18 at the time, and he just kind of took advantage of her because she was a fan. Now, I'm not going to touch on this and say if it was morally incorrect or correct, because 18-year-old...
I think there was a huge difference. Like,
like, clearly he took advantage of her as a fan, but she even says right here all of this was consensual. So it's still it's still creepy as it's creepy as hell. I'm not going to deny it. Like, this is not okay, but yeah, this is tricky to, like, legally and define.
Yeah, it's just a big, like, gray area. How many viewers do we have? We have 76. 76 for drama.
Yeah, woo! So, according to this, the screenshot below clearly demonstrates the time elapsed from being made aware of the individual in question, name redacted for legal reasons, and the time the content partner was released from Channel Awesome, 3 weeks, not over a year. During the 3-week period, we consulted a lawyer and waited to see if anyone would come directly to us, as only our knowledge of this was secondhand. It is obvious the person who came forward with this in the awesome document wants their name protected, so we will continue to do so. So props for, at least respecting her wishes.
Yeah, but we have the problem here as chat logs. Like I was discussing before, they have this odd thing where it just seems to be copy and pasted here. Like, it seems very sketchy that it's this. Because they have stated multiple times, even in the document, that there was a Skype group. Or they would have most of their contact through Skype. Not even emails. It was always through Skype. So it seems extremely sketchy that these are quote-unquote... Because I believe later in this document, they do have actual screenshots of Skype. So it seems odd that this is what's here.
So they made a separate document of these screenshots and then put a screenshot of the copy and paste. That is
exactly.
odd.
That's exactly what it is.
That is weird. So immediately let's minus 5 for credibility, because that is tricky to fight against, especially when Jane Doe has no physical evidence. It is a lot of he said, she said. But
exactly.
then
so they could have completely ignored this, or even said that we can't even address this because this is a he said, she said. So, but it even shows even worse that they did this shit. It's just too sketchy.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Someone pointed out they might have copied and pasted this well, even then in a screenshot, you could still
black them out,
black out their name. So
it's not even that hard. Like, I do this constantly sometimes. Like, if my last name is shown, which I actually don't care about anymore, but I would just take the black pen tool and scratch out my name. It's not hard to do. And it's not hard to do fast, either, so... It has that credibility issue, so...
Okay, so...
Let's read!
Yeah. Let's see. From Robert Walker... Mike and Holly, I'd like to meet at 10:30 a.m. to discuss how we're going to handle blank thanks. Mike, I'm going to be at the location waiting for the flooring delivery. Robert, wait, are you not going to be around at 11 for the meeting? Mike, The tracking updated to state that it'll be delivered for today, all floors and wall pieces. Okay, Mike stated to be on Tuesday. Well, what do you want to do, Mike? Plus, I didn't get a hold of the lawyer. Also, Mike, just hold it off. He wanted me to talk to our lawyer. Our lawyer. I'm not going to make fun of him. That's easy. And he isn't in today either. Robert Walker.
Wait, you have to make fun of him because we're grading it.
Or no, you can make. You know what? No. You can make fun of him. That's what you're here for.
No. You dock boys. We're grading him.
We're grading him. Fine. I will knock him off. All right. You know what?
Spells, you knocked out 1 freaking point.
Fine. 89. We're gonna knock him down to 89. Fine.
Any spelling mistakes done by Mike, Doug, or Rob, we will knock down a point.
Well, it may be moot. The girl doesn't want to file a formal complaint, which means we can't really say it's because of his involvement either. She is afraid of repercussions. So the question is, what do we want to tell blank? Just that he's dropped? Okay, so they are discussing dropping the offender in question. Now,
again,
go on.
But we do have a problem here because they said 3 weeks after. But this is just them discussing about, again, those dates could have been changed to fit their needs. But
even if we said that, let's say they're accurate. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're accurate. But even then, I don't know when Jane Doe's,
came up to this. So she never specifically said a date range in this document. So showing this really doesn't prove anything at all. It proves that they talked about it, but it also, we already discussed that in the document, it already states that that they handled it, that they did knock him off the site. So they're just showing that they're confirming Jay's Doe's telling them that they knocked the guy off the site, but this doesn't confirm that they didn't do nothing for a few months.
Yeah.
A year.
So this was written on January 21st, 2013, and I believe that this also has to do with a guy that is talked about later. Not Mike Mashad, but another guy who was actually fired because he was sexually harassing male and females in...
Sexy little cupcake.
Yeah, the sexy cupcake. God dang it.
I remember it.
I don't remember which man he was harassing, but between him and there was also the admin, I believe he harassed. In fact, it got to the point where I believe the admin, Holly, had to be escorted back home by Doug, Rob, and someone else.
They had swords and bats.
Yeah, I think this is mentioned in Molly's part of the essay, and that's amazing to me. First of all, I imagine Doug Walker walking around with a katana, just...
Oh, fuck.
God, that sounds like such a high school response, too, because I did that in high school. So, you know what? -1 for embarrassing. That's an objective bad teacher move, but I don't care.
Fuck it.
Did we want to drop blank on Friday? Okay, so this is the piece that this little screenshot right here that I'm sharing. This is the piece that they're kind of using as their defense. Rob says at 6:40 p.m. February 12th, did we want to drop him? If so, what time? Mike responds early, 10 to 11. Whoa, it took him a month to drop. It took him
Yeah, it did take him a month.
Almost 20 days.
They did say 3 weeks.
Yeah, so... Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense, because you got to get a lawyer for this, but even then, you could at least suspend him.
Yeah, it still doesn't even prove much that they also didn't do much over those 3 or I don't know, but it still doesn't negate the fact that it took them a year to do it. This could have just been when they finally decided to remove him from the site. This still doesn't disprove about it. So
yeah. Okay, so I'm not giving this any real points. I'm gonna knock them down to an 82 for this, because this is just not helping their case. There's no evidence. It's just a conversation. There's no evidence supporting that they did this. There's no firing paperwork. There's no lawyer paperwork. It is just their Skype stuff.
Just a bit.
Can I zoom in? I will actually. Thank you. Okay, that way you can see it.
I live to annoy Stuart.
She does.
He?
I said she.
You quickly corrected to she.
I stutter, dude. You know this. Like, don't make fun of my stutter.
Dude!
Don't give me that. Okay, so yeah. So essentially what I don't like about this is that they're using the screenshots again to prove that they're doing this, but there's no like
Stuart,
lawyer
I have to
paperwork.
Step in.
Yeah?
Can you exit out the downloads that you have? Because it has...
It could
You guys can see it. It said Megan's dick suck. I downloaded the Megan avatar.
it's not being showed on YouTube, but that's a good point. You pointed that out.
I was meaning to say it for a while because I'm staring it on my screen, but it's just barely showing on your screen.
Okay.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
And now we
Alright,
wait.
Next one.
All right. Accusation.
49 and 50.
49.
49.
Okay. We'll hop there.
But if I just got... Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna rant here while he's trying to find the page.
Mhm.
I got fucking copyright strike from a video I did in high school that I have privated on my page. It's called Gengar Reading Rainbow, or Reading Rainbow Gengar. It's a little animation that I did for high school, and I used the Reading Rainbow theme song. Somebody with a remix to that copyrighted it.
Wow.
It's not even the first time it's happened to me either.
All right.
Because people copyright their song. Whatever. Let's move on.
Sean Foss accuses former Channel Awesome CEO and founder Michael Ellis of a conversation of sexual nature that lasted for over 2 hours, page 49 and 50. So this is
the guy we're talking about.
The epic fail guy. He was also being harassed, but we're going to assume... I can't assume. But I'm guessing this is the same person that Jane Doe was complaining about. Mm-hmm. And I remember reading this one. This one was weird, where basically Ellis kept...
Sexual cupcake.
Yeah, Ellis asked Foss if he was gay, and then he just started hitting on him in like a really sexual manner.
The worst part was that it was 3 hours straight of him just messaging him this really creepy and weird shit with no response from Sheen or Sean?
Sean. It's pronounced Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
So
he didn't respond, and this guy was just doing this creepy shit.
It's messed up, fam.
You can already read. Oh, I heard you were at least bi. Oh, so you're curious about guys then, like really, really pushing it, fishing for something. Maybe he was desperate. This went on for 2 hours. I not type. Okay, sorry, I got it wrong.
No. Go for it.
This went on for 2 hours. For these 2 hours, and I did not type one word to him, but this entire conversation with himself, multiple times, tried the whole "sorry, I didn't mean to scare you off" tactic as he was going to make things better. I showed this conversation to log to people, blah blah blah. The only other person we showed it to was Mike Machado, who was like, "Damn it, not again."
Yeah, apparently he has a history of this.
Damn it! I told him he couldn't do this shit. I'll take care of it. So.
And then
there it is.
Never
hey,
spoke.
Cupcake. Calling it sexual cupcake. Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that? So, a fact, Michael Ellis resigned from the company, and no contact from Michael Ellis was attempted after the conversation was reported to Mike McCod. With any termination involving a founder and a shareholder, legal separation must happen, and this takes time. Okay. So...
Yeah.
What are they saying? Like... Oh, okay, so what they're saying is... This is poorly written. First of all, 2 points off. It took me a second to figure out what the hell they were even saying. Second of all, they're saying that they haven't communicated with Ellis after this was reported. So they had to legally separate, and they didn't tell... Like, so what they're saying here, their worst crime is they never got back with... who is this? What is this guy? Epic Fail?
Sean.
Yeah. They never got back with Sean. So that's what they're saying their worst crime is. And I guess I can give them that, and yeah,
It's still a dick move, though.
Yeah, they should have said something, like, they could have at least said afterwards, Mike is no longer with us, or not Ellis. Yeah, Michael Ellis. Michael Ellis is no longer with us.
Yeah, Michael and Mike So Michael is, we'll refer to Michael Ellis as Michael, and Mike is the guy who's the CEO who wrote this.
I'll try to keep him as Ellis, actually, because...
Ellis.
Yeah, Ellis. So, I guess we can... I won't deduct any points from this.
No, we should, because they fucking poorly... No,
I did. I knocked off 2 points just because this is a terrible paragraph. Like, this was an angrily written paragraph.
Another 5 points for... not fucking responding back to the fucking guy who needed to know.
No, remember, we're grading their paper, not their behavior. No, this is... I went through 4 years of training of this. You can't tell me I don't know how to grade a paper. So, next. Accusation. Multiple content partners state payment for their contributions to the site were not compensated.
Alright, so let me explain this a little bit more, because I pretty much went through the entire document. Mm-hmm. Essentially, what was happening is that they Channel Awesome would create their Blip channel, and through the Blip channel, they would receive the funds, like the money, the ad revenue from these creators, because the creators would upload it to the Blip channel, and they would get the money. Essentially, I don't know the exact way that they did it, but essentially. There was even one statement where a guy made a Blip channel on his own after he joined Channel Awesome, and Mike was like, no, that's a big no, you're supposed to let us make it, kind of shit, so. And
then I remember, like, the response to that was, well, it wasn't Linkara, who was it?
It was somebody smaller.
Yeah, it was smaller than Linkara, but still very big. Like,
I don't remember
that person has a Blip channel.
Brad
Jones. I think it was Brad Jones. Yeah. Brad Jones has his own Blip channel, and then they said, okay, you can make your own Blip channel. So
after arguing for it. So.
Yeah.
So, and this was like people also not getting paid for like appearing for a movie, but some of them were okay with that, but a lot of people weren't because they had to travel so far and they didn't have enough money for food or their rooms, or like their rooms weren't constant.
Well, no, that's a different thing entirely. We'll come back to that one. The Blip thing, this is one thing I've been hearing about forever, and they've had multiple public issues with Blip, because Blip was just awful. I don't know why they went with them from the beginning, other than I guess it had a low barrier of entry for them because they ran a special deal.
They did it because they didn't want to be a part of YouTube anymore.
Was that it? Okay.
That was the main reason.
So
fair use.
I know that Blip had a problem with paying their creators first. I know that was one of the biggest things for them. And according to this, from the beginning of the site, anyone that has added content, anyone that has been added as a content partner was informed that ChannelAwesome.com was an aggregator for their content. At no time did Channel Awesome take a cut of their videos as Huh?
They did take a cut. They had to be on the site, so they had to...
Well, see, this is one of those lying with the truth things that Trump is always talking about, you are fake news, because... Even if you made no money from someone's videos, the fact that someone came onto your videos and then went somewhere else, like on your channel, you still profited, if not directly. So this is technically lying with the truth, with which I will count off 1 point because...
No, fucking 2 points.
1 point. 1 point. Believe me, there's more in this paragraph I want to dissect.
Alright, let's keep going.
At no point did Channel Awesome take a cut of their videos as the practice is with multi-channel networks. So we here at the Loading Crew are partnered with Screenwave as a multi-channel network. The way that we are partnered with Screenwave. Yes. Now I've got my own issue with that, mostly because I was.
I think in the contract you're not allowed to say anything bad, but
no,
I'm not part of that contract, so...
I'm not saying anything bad about it, but there was a miscommunication that I wasn't pleased with. But essentially, what the point of a multi-channel network is that they handle any legal issues that come up, and they also... mostly legal issues. And what I love about Screenwave, this is the one thing I will sing their praises forever, they've got a large base of free open source music for you to use. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, anyone who's a part of Screenwave can take from their gigantic music library and just use that. I added points. Oh, I did. Oops.
Yeah, you did. Holy fuck.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Whoa. Fixed. It's fixed. It's all okay, guys. It's okay. Take a deep breath. So yeah, Screenwave gives us music and legal protection, and they also
get back to the content.
And they also shut up. But they take a percentage of our profits. They take 15%, and that
Sorry, I coughed.
Okay. They take 15%, and the bigger content creators only get 10% taken. So what Channel Awesome is saying is they took 0%, but they posted it on their personal channel. So we never wanted to be an MCN and only asked them to schedule their videos that they already were doing for -2. I'm dyslexic, so this may be just like personal issues doing this, but
You are. I have proof of that.
we never wanted to be an MCN and only asked them to schedule their videos that they already were doing for blip.tv and YouTube. So we only wanted them to schedule their videos. This is a bad sentence anyway, because I barely understand what they're saying. Like, schedule their videos in the background. We gave them access to over 30 million page views and over 1 million unique viewers a month at our height. Channel Awesome viewed the partnership as a way to help content creators grow their audience while bringing in new content and increasing the community within the site. Okay, we gave them access to 30 million page views, also lying with the truth, because that doesn't strictly mean views for them. That's just an inflated number to make them look good. Over 1 million unique viewers a month at our height.
Again, that could be mainly like Doug Walker was literally the face of the site for the majority of this time.
Oh yeah, and especially before Channel Awesome, when it was called thatguywiththeglasses.com. Yeah, you would never see other content creators except for like Linkara and a few of the big ones.
Yeah,
so
they were still I used to go on this site because he was on YouTube, so I used to go here every week to look for my new nostalgia created video. I don't even I would see other ones, but I would completely ignore it. I'm the perfect person here because I used to watch Doug Walker and
oh no, I did too.
It's mainly Doug Walker, Angry Joe, but even then, Angry Joe kind of outgrew Channel Awesome a long time ago.
He did. I think he's on his own. Is he independent now?
He is. He actually just left a few weeks ago.
Oh wow!
This document came out. So,
oh boy!
I think it was last year. I love that my recommendeds right now is Channel Awesome response reading down the rabbit hole.
He is not in this document. I wish he was.
No, I believe he's talked about a little bit in this.
Well, here's the problem. They could have argued that most of these people were the small people who were just kind of disgruntled. I mean, the biggest one.
I'm seriously good, but you also have Linkara, who's worked with Doug multiple times.
Linkara adds a lot of credibility to this because he was the second biggest creator on the site right after Doug. So
I feel bad for watching his Mr. Mediocre video.
Oh, Mr. Mediocre. Well, that's fine, and he even admitted he's got his own, but that's not here or there. So.
Nope. Moving on, because he's no longer a part of Channel Awesome.
All right. Further benefiting content partners, Channel Awesome covered all costs associated with the server, hosting, and labor costs associated with maintaining and updates. True and complete. But go on. Go on.
How did they do that? Ads on the site.
Yeah.
Which means they made money off these creators because they were hosted on the site.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. There is no, granted they're saying it to make themselves look good, yes, but there is no lying with the truth here. I mean, if I ran this on Loading Crew Crafts, we're actually debating hosting some ads soon because we're kind of expanding a bit. So, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. This is fine. This is a fine sentence. There's nothing wrong with this at all, actually.
Also, I'll be doing another AMA whenever, and when you can do that, you'll watch me draw my print, and with that print, you'll be able to buy, I don't know the price, probably $15, and you can buy it through only the Loading Crew Graphs, or, I believe, during a convention, you guys probably sell the print there.
Money, yes. Profit, no. No. Channel Awesome was making hand over fist in money. Like, no, they made a lot of... Like, in their first year, they made over 150 grand on on selling ads. Mm-hmm. Like, just on the websites. Just do the clapping.
Review.
I
watched a few PewDiePie reviews.
Accusation. The document talks about a drop-off in traffic to the site. First of all, like, you're small pickings here. Like, this is just getting, like, salty. So, like, this really isn't addressing any of the egregious problems. -2. Like, this is an easy softball hit. Fact. While we did have an initial drop-off after the switch to demo reel, the real hit to the site's traffic came from the growing presence on YouTube. Our growing presence on YouTube. When we launched the... Can someone... Okay, I am not good at Google Foo. Can someone confirm this? Like,
no, I specifically, like,
I know for a fact this isn't quite true.
Your average viewer. Like, Stuart is the one who knows the in-depth. I'm the perfect person of the average viewer of this site. I know for a fact that as soon as I watched, like, the first episode of Demo Reel, I was all excited. But as soon as that, I was like, Nostalgia Critic's dead. This is shit. And I left. I never came back to the site. It is Demo Reel that caused the dip in site. Because most of the people came here for the Nostalgia Critic. Let's be real here.
How do I pull up... Someone please get me, like... Because I do not know how to pull up search results, like, analytics.
I don't know either.
I really should, because I only...
Give it a -3.
I've got... No, yeah, this is an outright lie. I know because Mr. Medicare even pointed this out. So this is going down to a 69 immediately. Actually, I should knock off a full 5 points. No, screw this. I'm going down to...
No, do next to 3, so we have 69 on the screen for
Alright, fine. We'll have... And you know what? We'll give him a few points back at the beginning, because we were nitpicking at the beginning. So sure. We'll keep it at 69. So yeah, no. This is an outright lie, because I've seen the search result graphs. After they killed off the Nostalgia Critic and switched, it plummeted, and it plummeted hard after several months after the audience maybe at first it only dipped a little bit, but in like 3 months it just completely killed the site. So, no, that is... Stuart is actually scared his suggested searches will show his love for hentai.
I love you, Ben. You're my bro for life.
So as we grew on League of Super Critics, more and more viewers decided to watch that on YouTube instead of our site. The biggest blow to site traffic came before the downfall of Blip TV. While we won't go into full details, we were forced to abandon the League of Super Critics channel and instantly start a Channel Awesome in May 2015. This is the point where traffic began to quickly drop off our site, now channelawesome.com. One of the biggest accusers stated that they might still be on the site if the views were there, as stated by Kaylin below. So, I don't know. What do you think of this?
Like, there is some truth to this, but you can't deny that they lost all of their credibility once, like, Demo Reel came along, like, their views. Like, Demo Reel fucking killed them. Yes, there is some truth that people started to move to YouTube, because a lot of the Nostalgia Critics reviews were re-uploaded to YouTube, because he didn't upload to YouTube, so people just did it for him. And that was actually how I found out about the Nostalgia Critic, was through this. And I subscribed to somebody thinking it was him, but at the time they were like, oh, it's actually this guy, and it linked to this site, and that's where I found him. So, like, again, what's my point?
No, I see what you're saying. Like, they're accusing the site traffic. They're blaming the loss of traffic to YouTube, and there might be some truth to it. However, they are no. Demo Reel was the death knell, and
was the fucking nail in the coffin.
That was them finally digging.
So salty about Demo Reel. Yes, I was. But to be fair, it was like also a warning sign of like, warning, this is about to get real shitty for his reviews.
Well, that's the thing. I never watched Demo Reel, not once.
Oh my god. It's the bad skits through the it's just bad skits. With like, it's a quote-unquote reality show of a director who makes really shitty films. Like, I'm not making this up. That's actually the show.
Mm-hmm.
And like all the skits and stuff are terrible.
Well, I remember there was a Digimon Abridged that Team 4-Star did as an April Fool's joke, and Doug Walker was even on there, and he made a joke called like, "Hi, I'm the old guy in the glasses," or something like that, and I review it because no one watched my other show. He said that in the Abridgemon episode, like that was his voiceover.
Yep, because he knew it was a failure. Everybody knew it was a failure.
So and like I've spoken to him at conventions multiple times, and while he's a lot like me at conventions, all of my social grace is gone because I'm in salesman mode. While I'm at conventions, I'm thinking about nothing else but making a sale. So I
say the same stupid shit. I'm trying to aggressively sell you.
Hey! We made like so much money at the convention because I was doing that. I actually have numbers to back up when I do that nonsense you don't like at conventions. Our numbers go up by like 20%. Like, I'm 20% of our sales at conventions. A Bridgemon, who would come up with... Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Get out of here with that gay shit.
Moving on. So, anyway, we're talking about To Boldly Fly. Right, Kaylin knocked us down. Kaylin would still be on the website if it had numbers. Yeah, I think most people would. They put up with the abuse for years because that was their living. And let's actually look at Suede. One of my favorite reviewers on YouTube right now. I will link his channel. We actually worked with him in the Channel Awesome crossover on our channel. And I really respect him because way back when, he was one of the first creators on the website, and
shut it, Ben.
He was one of the first...
Ben, sorry. Ben is my fiance.
Gotcha. He was one of the... now... Hold on. Where are they? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have them. I do not know how to look up Google Analytics, like, in search results. Can someone help me, please? So... In the crossover, Suede was one of the characters, and he was one of the first Channel Awesome reviewers on the website, and he did anime and stuff. And according to him, it may not have been a Suede directly, but Doug had a real problem with working with anime. And two, Suede started releasing his Pokemon Journey reviews on the website, like, last year or 2 years ago? Last year. And Suede has been stuck at 8,000 subscribers for, like, 6 years. Even though his Patreon is now like $3,000 a video.
Holy fuck.
So, no, like, you could tell just by looking at Suede's channel that he has not seen any growth being on Channel Awesome in the last year. Or at least not any significant growth. So, is it Google Trends? Thank you. Thank you. I will try to find these later, and I will try to back up my sources on that one. So, thank you very much. I will put that in another tab. Thank you.
Google Trends.
So yeah, Suede, he is one of the most successful people I've ever seen on Patreon, but he has got no numbers because Channel Awesome did very little for him. So anyway, moving on. Did I subtract anything, or are we going to keep that at 69? I think we can keep that at 69.
Let's go back up and...
Biggest blow to the... downfall blip. I don't want to get rid of 69 just yet. I'm sure the next paragraph...
We just went on a rant.
Yeah. You know what? -2 for making me go on a rant that I didn't want to go on.
What do you mean, make you? I went on a rant too, buddy.
So yeah.
Vote up! Give this video. I'm gonna show you right now. Give this video a like, and if we get to 100 likes, we'll start doing podcasts together.
Yeah. Next one.
Wasn't a plan that we were talking about already.
Accusation. Multiple content partners have alleged our anniversary specials were not compensated for time worked, and crossover videos were asked to be turned over if filmed to Channel Awesome. Okay, so in the document, all of the content creators said they were not compensated, and essentially if they recorded while on set, at least for, I believe, To Boldly Flee? Third? I think it was for To Boldly Flee.
Oh yeah, this is the best one, where it's just a contract, like, scanned and signed, but the sign is blurred out with, like, a date. That fucking means nothing. Like, this, again, can literally just be like just like typed up. Like it doesn't even look official. What kind of fucking like your contract with mine looks better than this?
Oh no, we have like a 4 or 5 page contract.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I forget what most was on it.
I feel proud of that contract actually. So
yeah, and this is just for filming an anniversary video, and it's so tiny.
So let's address what they were saying. Multiple content.
Let's go first. Yeah.
Alleged by our anniversary, they were not compensated for time worked, and cross-video videos had to be turned over. So if they went to the anniversary special and they started to take advantage of the idea as like, hey, other content creators are here, we should do a crossover and get views. Channel Awesome would take the IP, like the ownership of those crossover videos, and use that to cover the costs. So essentially what these people were doing, not only were they working for free on the movie, but they were producing extra content for free. So they basically paid to be there. Mm-hmm. And the payment, in theory, was the exposure of being in the crossover movie, or the anniversary film, which we'll get to that. So fact, when invitations for the anniversary special were issued, we made it clear to all content partners that their participation was on a voluntary basis. In addition, content partners were always given the option of declining our invitation, with no questions asked and no repercussions.
Except, yes, it has that, but if you go from the mindset of a creator on the site, the big anniversary video, which pretty much all the viewers of the site watch, like including the Dumb Walker fans. Can you imagine, like this is to get your name out there, essentially. No repercussions by ass. You wouldn't get your name out there if you didn't go. You would be fucked, essentially, if you never participated in this. So
you're right. I'm not going to count off for it. Like I'm not going to subtract a grade.
I'm not saying to count off, but I'm just saying like like again they're getting their own backs here, but
yeah, like
this fact is to it. Like, yeah, there's volunteer, but there's also the fact that these guys had to do this in order to get more views onto their videos. Like, it's a collab. Like, you gotta do stuff for this. Like, you gotta get out there and do collabs.
And plus, just from a networking standard, like, it is foolish not to go meet your bosses and make a good impression with them. Like
I did that on my friend.
Yeah, and we're a BS less than 10,000 subscriber YouTube channel. I've met most of the people I work with.
I gave you the middle finger on the first time.
Driving up to my house, middle finger. I was like, yeah, that's Megan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw you like, you shaked your head, you're like, yeah, that's her.
We understood we were asking our content creators to give up their time, and not everyone could do that. Okay, there's technically no lie here, and I'm not going to count off for it, but yeah, this is just inflating their own side to try to seem like the good guy, and that's, like, yeah, I totally, like, from a business perspective, I totally get this. The producer contract for Channel Awesome 3rd anniversary film participating also outlined the following terms and conditions for those who agreed to participate, including participation was voluntary, crossovers were never required. So, yes, it says here...
Let's read it.
Yep. By signing this contract, you agree to the terms and conditions below. Channel Awesome will not be held liable for injuries sustained during the filming of this production. Okay, I remember very specifically Linkara's gal pal at the time, who was traveling with him, never signed this contract and was injured on set. This was written in the Not So Awesome document, I believe, at the Linkara spot. And I would have to dig for it, but he mentioned that they pretty much strong-armed her into signing this document post-injury. So I am actually going to mark off for this as a lie, because...
That's probably what the signed thing is. That's probably exact... Because, look, they whited out the name, right?
I don't know. I couldn't possibly tell. That looks like it's a letter J, but that could be anything. That could be a letter M. That could be anything.
No, M. It's not like that. Trust me. I know my M's.
Okay, well, what letter do you think it is, Mr. Artist?
A J.
Okay, that's a J.
It's something that's underneath. Like.
Either way, I understand why they crossed that out. So that's fine.
I'm saying that this, like I said, this doesn't look like an official like contract.
Someone says like Iron Liz. It might be Iron Liz. I don't know.
Yeah, but again, it has that where it looks really quickly written up just to get out, like just to be out there.
Yeah, this is ass covering altogether. There was not a lot of effort put into this, but like I said, I'm not grading what they've done in the past. I am grading the response, so I will not count off for this.
But I will count. You should count out for the pretty much lie.
I did mark off the lie. So, Channel Awesome will not.
I don't see points.
Yep. Channel Awesome will also not be held responsible for any items lost, damaged, or broken. Starring in this production is voluntary. That's fine. Channel Awesome producers are participating of their own volition and may opt out of participating by refusing to sign this contract or by contacting CEO Mike McCod, CCO Robert Walker, or Human Resources Holly Brown. Okay.
Poor Holly Brown.
Poor Holly Brown. All participants in third-year anniversary videos may participate in or film crossover videos with other attending producers. While highly encouraged, this process is strictly voluntary. That is true. And failure to do so will not in any way affect Channel Awesome's views of attending producers. However, any crossover videos, shows, or vlogs filmed during the course of this event will become strict property of Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome reserves the right to do with these videos as it sees fit and to assume any monetary benefits from the publication of said videos via blip, other multimedia, or DVD sales. These crossover videos will be used to recoup the costs of lodging, travel, logistics, and production.
That's just me.
Yeah, I don't... Like, even as a business guy, I don't agree with this at all. Like I said, I won't count off for it, but that's what they could have at least done. This is the game designer in me talking. So, the game designer in me talking is saying that you should give incentives if they produce something and give it to you guys. So, like, for every crossover vlog, whatever, or, like, give points. Like, if you reach 10 points in the crossover category, then you get preferred featuring on the site for like 2 weeks or something like that, or for your next 2 videos.
You're talking about this reminded me of the thing that you're doing with your students, the king and queen stuff.
Oh.
Want to explain?
Oh yeah, no, okay. So
this is hilarious.
Hey, audience, you want to know something sick a teacher did?
Okay, make sure that you tell the what was it, like the principal was saying they wanted you to encourage your kids more. Yeah, so
I had my year-end review for my teaching, and I got really good grades across the board. Essentially, we're graded on 1 to 4. 1 meaning you shouldn't be a teacher, 4 meaning you should not be getting this grade. Most people will be getting between 2 and 3. I got a 3 in most everything. I got a 4 in student rapport. But the thing he got me on, like, he put me at like a 2.5 because what I do not do is challenge my students enough. And I was like, oh, you want me to break them. So what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to come up with a way that would challenge the most advanced students into trying even harder. So what
let's cut it here. So this is... I'm going to tell my side because this was happening while I was visiting. So we're going to meet up. Me and Ben, who's the fiance, we're going to go up to Lexington Con. I hope I got that right. But so we're waiting for him, and his friend Brian was there. We were waiting a very long time. He's like, oh, he texts Brian, oh, go to Burger King. Do you want anything? Like, who the fuck wants to go to Burger King? That's disgusting. So he finally arrives, and we're talking, and we finally get into the car and ready to go Lexington Con. And Brian's like, what the fuck is with all these Burger King crowns? And he like picks it up and puts one on Stuart's head.
Anyway.
So let's go back to Stuart.
Anyway, so back to this. So as my challenge to my students, what I have done is I went to Burger King and I got all these crowns. And then I went to, I put up on...
To talk about the lady how she's like gives you 1 crown all done up.
No, that's dumb. Anyway, no, I'm talking about grading. Shush. So what I've done is I put up on the board in my class my high school courses, and this was at the start of the new 9 weeks, and every week the students would submit a project, and the student that submitted the best project would be crowned king or queen of the class that week. Now, I've specifically stated to the class. There is no benefit to being king or queen. You do not get a better grade. You do not get treated better. You don't get more hall passes. Nothing. The only thing that you get is the knowledge that you are better than everyone else, and everyone must refer to you while you wear the crown as your highness. And
or was your majesty or your highness?
no, it was your majesty. Excuse me. Yeah, your majesty.
Yeah, your majesty.
And oh boy, did I cause a small riot in my classes. And I told them, I told them straight up, this is a sick psychological experiment, and they bought it hook, line, and sinker. They love it. My early morning animation class works as harder than they've ever worked in their lives, and then my after class. Not my after class, my After Effects class, they almost get into fights for this stupid thing. Like, it is amazing. So
I could just imagine something, the crown built on your desk, and it's the end of the week where you're about to announce the new king, and you're like doing the little fingers things, like, well, my students, let's see who did the best. You just take a look at a paper and like take a sip of coffee, and you're like, look at the paper. Look at the students.
Okay. Someone on Twitch at Lone X
21, 22.
I have Google Trends for Channel Awesome website. I pulled them up. I can link in chat if I will. Okay.
I'll grab the link.
Yeah, please do.
Just link it.
All of this for a Burger King crown. No, this was sick, and I told them. I told them it was sick. Like, I was completely transparent in this whole endeavor, and they bought it. They love it. So, anyway, we're talking about Channel Awesome.
Stuart can fuck up some children. Let's move on.
Oh, I ruined them. I ruined this class. I love it.
That's not going to be taken out of context.
So anyway, yeah, this is just real shady. I don't like it. It's not, there's no incentive to do so. It's just like, hey, please do this extra thing for us. Any questions will be addressed to CEO Mike McCod, Robert Walker, or Holly Brown before and or after signing. However, after signing, the contract is binding, and no decision will be reversed. How? Eat me. Like, this is awful. Oh my god. Moving on. You know what? Screw. I said I wouldn't. No, this knocks it down to a failing 64. I don't care. I'm sorry. That's awful.
Oh, right. Let's talk about your schooling, Stuart. A 64, but a D for Canada is a 50 or to like 59. That's a D. A C is like 60. Like, you have to be below the halfway point to be failing, essentially.
Okay.
So that's the trends, by the way.
Yeah, I got the trends. Okay, so interest over time. Is this in the millions? What's the scale on?
Magic.
I'm guessing the scale is in the... I'm guessing it's actually in thousands, actually. Because 100 million does not make sense. There was a big boost in traffic right away, and then it just plummeted for a while, and then it just got less and less every quarter.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's awful. Now, this is for Channel Awesome. Remember, they killed off the Nostalgia Critic character while they were on that guy with the glasses. So if you can get me the trends for that guy with the glasses, I'd appreciate that too. And the trends for Nostalgia Critic, please. So
Let's
yeah.
move back to the document because we've gotten way off track.
Yeah. Okay. Accusations. A few.
Here's the best one.
Few content partners alleged a misogynistic work atmosphere by Channel Awesome. This was put forward, I remember, by not only Nostalgia Chick Lindsay.
Pretty much any female.
Yeah.
Had something to say. And I love the response here. Channel Awesome's current and former female student includes all these female creators and workers have vastly different experiences when to describe. We are always trying to improve ourselves. They didn't say shit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, not these not my girls.
They didn't say it didn't happen. They didn't say it did happen. They just said people have different experiences in life. Like, fucking no goddamn shit.
Now, yeah, this I'm counting off an extra 4 because this doesn't address anything.
This is stupid.
This addresses nothing because a lot of the accusations were, like, the biggest one was from Lindsay, and I take that with a grain of salt because she is a card-carrying feminist, like SJW.
Yeah,
I respect the hell out of her, but she is a card-carrying SJW, and
But
she's
Kara was also saying stuff that confirmed what she was saying.
not Spoonie backed her up.
Fucking Spoonie?
Spoonie backed her up on this one because she said...
He is known for being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, this was during Kickassia, and Lindsay was the most experienced one there because she actually went to school for that stuff and she worked professionally for a while. And during the filming of Kickassia, she asked for it's not catering, it's called like crafting services, and with crafting services, basically it's just an all day buffet for anyone working. They can just grab food whenever. And Doug Walker just kind of patted her on the head and said, "Oh, that's adorable. You think you're special." And Spoonie backed up this claim and said, no, crafting services are available to anyone at every level of filmmaking, even students, like students in film school. And
because you want to make sure, like, I think there was even, like, in Kickassia, they were in the middle of the desert, and they had no fucking water, like, water bottles available to these poor guys that were working there. They're working, like all day. And they were in the heat. They had filming in the fucking desert at some point.
Yeah, so this is awful. First of all, the way they treated her as not an expert when she was the most experienced one there, I would call that probably misogynistic because they took Spoonie's word at his word and they didn't trust her right away.
That's misogynistic in its fucking nature.
That is pretty bad.
And remember, we are not like we're like very neutral, me and like with our political views.
Yeah,
we're right in the middle.
I'm definitely not a feminist. I'm definitely not an SJW, and I'm inclined to believe that was very sexist. Obscurus Lupa had some issues, mostly with Spoonie, and Spoonie did apologize, and they said, even in the document, Lupa said she made up. Channel Awesome made no effort to, like, help her in this. That's subjective, and I'm going to side with Lupa, I'm sorry. Like, or at the very least, I'm leaning towards Lupa on this one.
That link, by the way, didn't work. The best it sent me was to Channel Awesome again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Give it another shot. So yeah, I'm not.
You, by the way, Lona.
Yeah, thank you, dude. That's amazing. I'm not going to take any sides on this one, but I am willing to believe Lupa a bit more on this one because they've done nothing to back themselves up except for Tamara, Rachel, Ian, and Heather.
These guys didn't get sexually abused, so therefore this didn't happen.
Speaking of which, I'm
trying to imply, but
I might be wrong, but I know Tamara and I believe Ian were also part of the Chicago crew, and they made it very clear in this document that if you weren't in the Chicago crew, you weren't valued. So, and then I believe Rachel is a content creator still on the website, and Heather is. I am probably wrong here, so.
If not, they probably left.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. This is not a defense. I'm counting off 2 points.
Yay.
Personally, and then we're always trying to improve ourselves professionally and personally. That still is not saying we weren't sexist in the past. That's just saying we're trying to do better. This is a dodge, -1. Accusation. I love this. This is the one. This is the one that made me want to do this video. This is the one that made me want to do this live stream.
This got me pissed off.
Holly Brown.
Holly Brown, by the way, is HR, which essentially means any complaints, which was a lot of them, go to her, and then she talks to Mike.
She also mentioned several times that she was only taken seriously like 5% of the time.
Like she was never. Yeah. Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah. Accusation. Holly Brown makes numerous accusations throughout the document. Fact! Holly Brown is a former employee and shareholder who was allowed to resign. Unfortunately, her accusations are not true and vindictive in nature. No! No! -10!
That's not fact! That is an opinion! Fact versus opinion! You learned this when you were in fucking kindergarten!
A professional wrote this, like someone who claims to be a professional.
This is clearly fucking Mike.
It's not true. I knocked it up to -12. Like this is
always trying to improve ourselves. But
the basic response was no you. That's what they said.
No you.
No you. This is not a response. This is stupid. Oh my god.
Like behaviors, child.
All right.
I'm so glad that I don't think I'll ever get into drama like this. I'm just.
We're never gonna get a chance to work with Channel Awesome. Oh no! Accusation. Holly Brown alleges CEO Mike Maude is the sole owner of the Nostalgia Critic IP. Fact, the IP is owned by Channel Awesome Incorporated. The partnership is owned by 4 individuals, with a 5th person joining the ownership by the end of the year. This very well could be true. I have no idea. I'm guessing the 4 owners are the Walker brothers, Mike Maude, and whoever the 4th person was. I don't remember. But does she say Holly Brown? So like talk some stuff. I'm gonna look this up.
Okay, Holly Brown. She's cool.
Well done, Megan. Well done. Well done. You have entertained our crowd. Why don't we take
away my fucking
take the opportunity then? How about we answer some comments while I look this up? Because I do not believe this is true.
We're still getting Mike Michelle as a guest on the show, right?
Yes.
Ben, I did say if you made one more pun, I'm divorcing you.
Okay. Holly Brown, admin, page 30. Okay, so I'm gonna go to page 30. You keep asking or answering some questions.
Facts. This is actually opinion.
All right.
Recently, 73-page shot who criticized also about an actress was linked description. Fucking somebody just copy and pasted the description of this video and expected me. I am completely entertained. Are you guys entertained by my screaming?
All right, Mike McCaud is not the sole owner of Channel Awesome, but he does own the Nostalgia Critic IP. He is, at last I knew, the majority shareholder. Doug and Rob did not know him until he, Mike, Ellis, and Bargo approached him on making the site, and they like having someone else in charge. Okay, so yeah, Holly Brown has made a mistake in saying that Mike Michaud does own the Nostalgia Critic IP. This must be true. I cannot contest it, and this very well may be true. So I'm going to give it to him. However,
this brings up the point. Doug cannot leave Channel Awesome because he owns. I think that was brought up.
Yeah, the fact that Doug does not own the Nostalgia Critic character is actually fascinating to everyone. Like that is interesting.
Like whether or not it is partial or full ownership that this guy has, he hasn't, and that's the problem. That means Doug and perhaps Rob are stuck with this guy because he's gonna hold on to that because with this ownership, they can't ever not let him. So that's why there's a theory going around. This is why Mike is such a tirade and whatnot. Is because he owns it. He owns Doug, essentially.
All right. So according to the guy, I'm sorry, dude. I'm dyslexic and I can't read your name. Loanexus. Also in Google, numbers represent search interest relative to the highest point. So a value of 100 is peak popularity. A value of 50 means half as popular as 0. Okay, cool. Not enough data for them to work with. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I'll give it to them. They can keep that. That's fine. Accusation.
Yeah, we'll keep that no points sticking off because I feel there should be points sticking off with the dumbass decision of Doug giving ownership.
We're not grading what they did in the past. We're not grading what they did in the past. Okay. Holly Brown alleges Channel Awesome had her work. Okay.
This one was a
okay. Alleges Channel Awesome had her work during to boldly flee after her surgery. During this time, this is according to them. During this time, Robert Walker, Doug Walker, and Michael McCaud told her she did not have to work. Site updates were performed by others as she recovered. Okay. So
let me explain more about this.
Go ahead.
Because this one was a real handshaker. So. At the time, Holly was. It was during Christmas time, and she just had surgery, and she was unable to work. And they were threatening to fire her because of this. They were threatening to fire her if she wasn't working, and she was working every single day for her Christmas vacation while she was on just had surgery too. So that was the accusation from Holly. All right, let's read this.
My child is in the background, displeased.
He's ready for...
Say hi, Jojo.
No.
Say hi, everybody. I'm streaming.
Can you say hi?
Make her do the evil laugh.
Jojo, can you do the evil laugh?
You have no idea how many times I made her do that when I was babysitting her.
All right. So Doug is talking. Okay, that's fine. Mostly flight times. Nothing going on in Trollland. Holly. Houston, we have a problem. Mike and Robert said what? Holly says, I am in such a credible amount of pain from my gallbladder today. I nearly called one of you to take me to the hospital today. Jojo, Daddy is reading. Can you wait, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I nearly called one of you to take me to the hospital today. Clearly, I'm not going to Iowa, but I can't really get anything else done in this state. Rob Walker responds for the 4-year during or pre-production or both. Holly, go ahead. Go. Okay.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Both. I've been curled up in a ball for the last 13 hours. I'm really scared. Do you want to go to the ER? I'm afraid if I go, they'll want to take it out today. There's no reason to keep being in pain, though. I can take up the other shit during the 4-year. Yeah, what Mike said. We don't want to rupture anything. We'll have myself, Julie, and Mike. Jim Token was offering. Thank you. I might even be able to give him a call. Isn't Jim in Florida? And then yes, blah 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 blah. Health trumps business. So what this is basically saying is that they were trying to help, be good, but again, you look at this document and it's copy and pasted.
I'm going to give them the. I'm going to assume it's telling the truth until otherwise proven. But okay, this is still. I'm still not saying they're in the right here because all they've proven is that they're willing to let her go to surgery. There was nothing that said that they. A part of her part of her grievances was that she was pressured to work on the website after surgery, and they were pressuring her to work on it like during Christmas. As far as I could tell. As far as did they say?
But this is while she's in pain.
Yeah, this is while she's in pain. I do not. I am probably. I can.
Nothing. This proves nothing.
It also did not say that you don't have to work. They just said that she didn't have to work on the anniversary while she was in the hospital. There's nothing that contests that she didn't have to do any of her other duties.
While she was recovering at home, because she specifically said while she was recovering at home.
Yeah. Granted, this is just a forum post, so they could just be using this as an example. I'm going to count off 1 just because I want to give them a slight benefit of the doubt. But
this proves nothing.
This doesn't prove as much as they think it does, or at least as much as they hope it does. So this one is part of To Boldly Flee. I remember this one. Accusation: Lindsay Ellis alleged Doug Walker and Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome ignored concerns regarding the transformation scene. If you did not see To Boldly Flee, I do not blame you. It was a 3-hour.
4.
Oh, it was a long. I'm going to use quote movie.
So I'm going to describe this scene for you. Essentially, Linkara transforms into something that's been mind controlled, and it's implied that that Linkara rapes the nostalgia chick. Like
in order to transform her into the 7 of 9 character. Yeah. Or what, like 6 of 9? They originally wanted to call her 6 of 9, and I don't remember if that made it into the final cut.
I don't know. But essentially, it's implied that Linkara raped her.
Yeah, and Linkara and Lindsay were not okay with that.
They were both. I even know, Linkara is a little bit on the feminist side, a little.
No, Linkara is. Yeah, he's not the card-carrying SJW, but he is a.
All women are queens guy, and I'm please, it's fuck.
Yeah, he is a self-proclaimed feminist, and I respect that. I can respect being a feminist. It's fine. As shown in the screen. Shut up. As shown in the screenshot below, Lindsay was repeatedly asked for her opinion and approval of the scene before it was finalized. Lindsay even helped Doug make it sound. Oh, and this is some bitter. That does
bitter. Not sound because even when Lindsay started, was first Well, she did jokes about being a slut, but she never really made jokes about rape. No, she did. No, she did.
She made the rape rap.
Yes. However, this was during a time when she was more of a feminist.
Yeah. So, I still... Yeah, Linkara complained about it, and it's not... Yeah, Linkara... Ooh, point for sexism. Thank you very much. Who pointed that out? Horrock65. Linkara was the one who pointed this out first before Lindsay, and he is not mentioned in here. So yeah, they're downplaying Lindsay and failing to mention Lewis at all. So really activates those almonds.
No, I'm making a joke.
No, yeah, PewDiePie. Someone do the twisty. All right, so opening up this conversation. Lindsay, just remember, audience memory is one thing. Doug Darien? Is that Doug Walker? What?
I believe so, actually.
Did he change his last name to his wife's name?
Probably. Cuck.
Okay, so Doug Darien, I almost forgot as well, for the scene where you're getting assimilated. We need grunt noises. They can be over the top and silly as...
that seems to be a file.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, Lindsay sent up a file of a grunt noise. Thank you. I did some pre-mixing and adding a tiny poppy.
All right,
reverb.
let's pause it for a second, because I remember specifically they were not given a script until, like, right before they started filming.
This looks like...
This is before. So these grunts, she didn't know what they're going to be used for.
Okay, hold on. When was good, timelines and date checking. Okay, so this was August 16th, 2012. When was that movie filmed? Do you have any idea?
No idea, but I know it was released like early in the year.
Doug Walker would never agree to be the true leader of Team Vision now that Megan called him a cuck.
Thanks, Ben.
This looks post production to me, but let's read it real quick because they're saying it's pre-production.
Yeah, exactly. But even if it was after, it's still, my point still stands. They just said, oh, we just need some grunt noises. Like, this could have been thinking of, oh, maybe it's for a fight scene or something.
Well, context matters. Give me a minute. Doug, thank you. Lindsay, I did some pre-mixing and a tiny poppy reverb, so assuming the frame rate is about the same, you should be able to drop it in the timeline. Perfect. Will you have time to do the screaming grunts sometime soon? It doesn't have to be right away, but Monday would be for sure. Just not right now. Neighbors got babies. All good. I could do daytime screaming. I didn't today because my voice is all shot. Singing like Bonnie Taylor's Heart. Okay, all good. No problem. Screaming and dunce. Okay, 4 days later, he messaged again. Do you know when you'll have those screaming grunts done? Lindsay sent files. Thank you. That sounds like that's Doug. That's Doug. That's kind of... you know what? I do that too. I'm going to have to take screaming and grunting line out of context security... What? To discredit you, of course. Do you know how to do... Okay. This looks like post-production. This definitely looks like post-production because they're talking about putting it on the timeline. So...
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, we're at the bottom. Here's the scene. I'm still leaning towards cutting it, but I still want to know your thoughts. This is with Doug on the 29th.
Yeah, I remember, because To Boldly Flee was filmed during when it was snowing.
Right. So you're going to cut it from the drill to after Film Brain. As I see it, it's not that bad, but I think it's up to you. Though by this point, I'm sure it's well exported. This is Rob. So Rob got on Doug. We have both versions uploaded. When he reads this, he'll tell Holly which one to go with. Well, Doug said his problem last night was that it wasn't funny, so I don't feel it's necessarily offensive or creepy, so Doug, go with your instincts. Lindsay says, whichever is fine with me. Hey, Doug, you should put that songs on iTunes. Got a lot of requests for it. Money being lost. Okay, so...
Before I was finalized. Yeah, but...
Okay, so I'm counting off. I am going to count off because they are using this... Sorry.
Okay, so I'm explain a little bit, because... She was talking about the transformation scene because she was supposed to be like, I believe, put down or something like that. But it was supposed to be more graphic. But that's what she was complaining about. But their proof is post production.
Yep.
What?
So yeah, what they're saying right here is they're saying before the scene was final. Okay, Lindsay was repeatedly. Oh, okay. Oh, this is Oh, points off. Okay, first of all,
That should be another 5 points off just by that.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Fuck. As the screenshot shows, Lindsay was repeatedly asked for her opinion and approval of the scene before it was finalized. So they are not defending that they kind of sprung this on her with a lack of script until like a very specific portion. This is all in post-production.
Okay, that's
Lindsay was okay. So they did not say this was post, but they implied that was before, or at the very least, it reads that way. And I'm counting points off for it reading poorly. And I'm good at picking out context like this, and it made it look like it was pre-production. This is just bad, like, in general. It's kind of hard to fix this being done post. You know what? I might give them back 2 points.
No, fuck it. But they are just outright basically lying to people.
They're not defending that they didn't spring it on them. They're not saying that Lindsay didn't have issues with it. They're not even addressing that Lindsay...
They are twisting.
They're very twisted. Okay, yeah.
This is the entire document is how they're twisting words. And this is stating, oh, she was actually wanting this scene. That's what they're trying to imply. But her problems were during filming of it, not post-production. So.
Yeah, this is all kinds of misleading. I'm just I'm just not gathering my words correctly. This is incredibly misleading. So you are completely right. None of the pre-production issues are addressed. None of the current production issues were addressed. It still sounds weird. She still even addresses that at one point it was offensive and kind of creepy. Go with your instincts. It wasn't funny. This is all kinds of wrong. I'm keeping the points off. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Accusation. Lindsay Ellis alleges Channel Awesome did not do enough to protect female partners from abusive commenters. Fact. Channel Awesome has a strict policy regarding our community, including IP banning all abusive posters, as well as banning their account via username and email, and continuing to monitor all forums. We work with Lindsay directly to help her address the issues revolving the abusive commenter. Interesting. Do you have a thing to add to this before I contest this?
I'm just reading over it again.
All right. Okay, so Mike is handing her, I'm guessing, what is an add-on, and install it on your Tumblr. It's supposed to show IP location from your visitors. You should be able to figure out his IP from that. So they're tracking...
Oh, you know what? They should get like 10 points. They just exposed the IP address of random people. They didn't block these out.
Yep. Okay. Nope. That's real poopy. 5 points off. Good point. That is an IP I pulled from our server access laws last time. Yeah, that's just a random one. This isn't even the accuser. This is just a guy. Oh, no, this is the accuser. Okay, no. But they're not protecting him either.
Yep, they didn't fucking...
Yeah, that's... Oh, no. That's not okay. Okay, first of all, that...
Notice how I fucking, like... There's one thing I'm good, is that if information is leaking, they're not protecting those.
Yeah, that's... They put this on their side! What?!
We like to protect the identities of people. Does this to some rando.
Okay. Oh, well, no, this is... Yeah. Wow, okay. So, first of all, they said they ban IP addresses as well as username and emails, but I can scroll down right now. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to mark this here. I can't place an anchor, but we will come back to this. But first comment, I was reading some of the comments too, and there were some autism comment. Yep, this guy... Oh, channel autism. It's cute that you think... Okay, yep. First of all, there's that one. That could be taken as harassment. Not that I personally think it is, but they're like, these comments are toxic. This is garbage.
Yeah.
Like...
I looked back at this when there were only 4 comments, so that just shows how quickly I looked at this.
I'm just gonna link this. Like, I don't personally think like calling someone an autist or a retard is like strictly bad. It's not okay in a school environment, but the fact that they've got such a toxic community right now and they're doing nothing about it, not helping their case. Also, a lot of her things with Lindsay mentioned that it was a lot of Twitter harassment, specifically against a lot of the Gamergate crowd. Now, I am not going to comment on Gamergate, but
I will, kidding.
I will say that a good chunk of the Gamergate supporters who were commenting mostly about the ethics in journalism review. And what Lindsay put forward was that Channel Awesome needs to shut down, like, speak out against Gamergate specifically. And
Yeah.
I would, if I owned Channel Awesome at the time, I cannot say
wouldn't have done anything.
I would not have
spoken.
spoken out against Gamergate. I would have said Gamergaters who are harassing our female, or who are harassing our content producers.
It's not just that; they were both sides. Both sides
Yeah,
were harassing the other.
if
you're,
they
just straight up, if you're harassing, you're in the wrong.
Yeah, you're not welcome here. They could at least say that, remain apolitical, and still at least put forward the modicum of effort to protect their female staff.
So this last one is my favorite.
Oh, this is bull. I saw this one too. This was another reason why I wanted to grade this assignment. Accusation. Allison Pregler states not a single person wasn't miserable. And then they posted her video saying how good of a production it was. It was a great production to be a part of. It was a lot of fun. And, okay, shut up. No.
Keep in mind, this was like, I think this was commentary on the actual movie. So she's saying it to promote it. It's so clear that she is saying that to promote the movie because she was in the movie.
Also, who no one smart takes a dump where they sleep. Like,
Exactly.
she was currently using this website to make her money. She is not going to risk getting fired for saying, "Oh man, like Suburban Nights, that was the worst experience of my life." Yeah, so I'm not gonna count off the full 5 because lying with the truth. Screw it, 5 points. No, this is lying with the truth. This is an awful defense. Other than like, oh, but she said it in a video. Well, you're as two-faced as she is.
Yeah, that's like saying like when an actor is being interviewed about a movie right before it comes out. Like saying, "Oh, this movie is like the best in the world." Like they always build it up like that. But it's essentially that. Like think about it. Like the Twilight people who absolutely hated working on Twilight. They were like, "Oh, this is such a good movie." They would talk about the artistic direction and shit like that. Like clearly bullshitting. But it was to promote the movie.
Yeah, you're not going to take a dump on it. Plus, even like, I don't think they could sue her because it would be a critique of the thing and its fair use and vlog. But like, no, she's not going to bite the hand that feeds her. Exactly. Commenter Horak, thank you, man. You've been on fire today, dude. Yeah, no, she's not going to down talk this. That's ridiculous. So. Oh my god. Anyway.
It's so clear that, like, because Mike was seen as this childish guy. It's so clear that it was him. Like, every single one of these has, like, except maybe one about the ownership about Doug, but that was just a misunderstanding, if anything.
Yeah,
that wasn't even a big one.
Yeah, it like, the fact that they chose that small potatoes to fight against shows that they had very little to come back on.
Yeah, this is probably all that they could come back on, quote unquote. Even then, we find the lies. So we are on our last accusation. Stuart, please read it out.
No problem. Multiple content partners address the lack of communication. Fact: we agree communication could have and should have been better. Okay. We got into this business based on our passion for content creation, and we've had many growing pains over the years. We will always strive to learn from our mistakes and strengthen our skills. Boy!
Okay, I can already tell. They put this as the last one just to make it seem like they were sorry, but in the end, they're just like, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
they put this at the end to give, we're
we're sorry.
The South Park offer welcome. We're sorry. Like, this is essentially what it is. Communication is always an easy one to say. It's bad. Yeah, it was a little bad. Sometimes, because there's many things that can get away in communication for channels and stuff like that. Like for me and Stuart, where I yell at him for 2 hours straight to fix notes. That's missing Cupid.
And Megan, where I put notes and she doesn't frickin' do them. Miscommunication. Oh my god.
We'll learn from I like Ben. We'll learn from our mistake
and do nothing. Change nothing. Now, what I love about we will always strive to learn from our mistake. Okay, first of all, this is such a softball answer because we will always strive to learn from our mistakes. That does not mean we will
strive to make $1 million.
Yeah, within a day, I will strive to win the lottery. This is nothing. This is a non-response. You are not addressing the accusation other than we agree communication could have been better. No, I'm sorry. That's minus at least 2 points. They at least admitted. I'll give them that. But in the same
easiest one to admit.
In the same paragraph, yeah. First of all, this was a softball response. Yeah, that was so easy to say. Yeah, it could have been better. And then within the same paragraph, they made it about them and how good they are.
Exactly.
Like this is the same paragraph. They couldn't have hit enter.
It's Mike. It's like clearly Mike.
All right, next paragraph. Have we made mistakes? Yes, we have. We even discuss some of our challenges in our behind-the-scenes videos. Okay, I cannot back this up, but
yeah, I've never watched the behind-the-scenes. They're too boring.
I'm certain they're there. I will give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. We've always focused on trying to entertain our viewers, shine spotlights or unknown talent, and share our attention with various charities, and we hope to continue doing so moving forward. Okay, no, unknown talent.
Like,
okay,
I know that Doug was like, "Hey, donate to these guys" at the end of his videos. Like, I know this for a fact.
Mm-hmm. Which is admirable. I will always say the charity shoutouts are admirable, even if I hold on. There is no basis of my accusation right here. I am convinced the shoutouts at the end of the video are a tax write-off. I am convinced they are because the YouTube environment is so new and so vague that any contribution to charity that you do, you can write off on your taxes. Doug can say, I spent 18 hours writing and making this review, and this video generated like $1,000. I spent $200 of it. I spent $200 making this video, and I gave a shout out to charity. He can knock off $200 to charity in his taxes at the end of the year. Now, like I said, I have no evidence to support that. I'm not even saying it's possible. That's just what I believe might be.
Okay, keep in mind that this is not like an accusation. This is a theory.
Yeah, just a theory.
Yay, theory.
So yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure is happening there. But specifically Dr. Gonzo, Nerd to the Third Power, he has pointed out 7 Years in Hell. Essentially, he ran a podcast on Blistered Thumbs and That Guy with the Glasses. He has mentioned repeatedly that he was never once shown in the sidebar, or at least it was very difficult to find this guy's content. Yeah, I was a big avid watcher of That Guy with the Glasses. I never heard of this guy until now. I saw the thumbnail once in a while on a Twitter, but never did I ever see this guy on the website. Now, he could have been there and I just wasn't paying attention, but no, I am fully willing to believe this guy that he got frickin' buried. He even mentioned that he wanted to do a tribute to Jew Wario, a man who was a very popular reviewer on the webpage, who killed himself.
Who sadly took his...
Yeah, it's very sad, and I was not a huge Jew Wario fan, but my wife was. It hit her really hard, as well as Spoonie and Linkara and all them.
Yeah,
and
I even knew who he was back then. Like,
and
he was in some of the movies.
And so yeah, this guy, Nerd to the Third Power, he wanted to make a tribute video, and Mike said, "Don't bother." It says right here, nobody knows who you are. They won't care anything that you're going to put together. We're going to have Doug or Lewis or someone put something together. People actually come here to see. Now, he even says, so at this point, Mike has just kind of monetized Jew Wario's death.
Yeah.
Because of this. This is amazing. Like, if this is true, he has not posted any evidence or screenshots.
Yeah, he didn't even, like, this is like one of the biggest things, too, that he is promoting Jew warriors.
Yeah. So, it's pretty bad that they wouldn't let him do it. They said don't... Well, they never said he couldn't do it. He just said don't bother. So... I'm willing to believe that this podcast guy was mistreated because I've never heard of him, and judging by the consistent answers that we get from the content creators, I'm willing to bet he's telling the truth, maybe saying some things to make himself look better, because his part of this document was not very well, it wasn't very professional. It was a very angry rant in a lot of ways. So,
but I think he had, like, some reasons to be, like...
Specifically the Jew warrior thing.
Especially the Jew warrior thing.
You can add terms...
Take it to 0 points. People
Take it. Alright, so... Yeah.
Final score.
Holy fuck. First of all, I do think we should address that we always focused on promoting small creators. That is not true. I'm pretty sure they didn't care about this guy and a few others that I never heard of until then.
Yeah,
Benzai has pointed out that he and a few others were removed from the site when they switched to Channel Awesome from that guy with the glasses. So I'm going to count off 5 for that. We are at 10 points out of 100.
Okay.
That is beyond failing.
Last one, because this is their response, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to their original Twitlonger response.
Can you get that for me and I'll open it?
Hold on, let me find it. I can find it, don't worry. I'll find it. I'll find it, don't worry.
You can add... Okay, so... by the way, just to give a couple shout-outs, Lone... Sorry, Lone. I'm just going to call you Lone, man. He has been teaching me in the Twitch chat all about Google Analytics, so I appreciate that, man. I'm going to keep that open. And that is... Not search result. Google Trends. So I'm going to keep that open. Google Trends. And keep that there. But... Yeah, we're sorry you felt that way. Whoo! That's,
Yeah.
So as of right now, this was a poorly written response, full of unprofessionalism. And not only did they not address many of the very valid complaints, they use softball responses to combat just some very easy ones, like the Nostalgia Critic IP being owned by 5 people. Literally, that's not a big thing that they cared about. This is not part of it. Owning the Nostalgia Critic IP does not affect the other content creators who were abused and mistreated on the website. So that doesn't matter. Why does anyone care? So why would they address it? Because they wanted to give themselves more things to post in this document. So it's not even lying with the truth, it's just bringing in something that's irrelevant. So...
Oh, here, I found it, okay.
You found the Twitlonger? Thank you.
Yeah, open link in
10 out of 100, too much water. Let's see, because we will consider this as part of the Channel Awesome apology, quote-unquote. So as of the website... just channelawesome.com/our response. That is a 0 out of 100. But bonus meme.
Bonus meme.
Bonus meme. Let's open up the Twitlonger.
All right. Well, it's not really Twitlonger, but it's an image.
It's an image. We wanted to take a moment to clear the air and acknowledge some of the recent public concerns raised by our content creators previously associated with Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome is an organization that respects our producer partners and strives to create the best possible environment for everyone. We welcome a diverse community of people joining together to create great videos. For the people who have spoken out about past instances they deemed hurtful or unprofessional, we sincerely regret you feel that way. Hands up, everybody! Yeah! Boy, oh boy, isn't that the biggest backhand apology ever, and it's so good.
So, to give you an idea, this was released essentially like a day or two after the channel Not So Awesome document got released. You could just imagine how fucking distraught like these people were. Like can you imagine like, We're sorry you feel that way, but there really isn't nothing wrong. You guys are just being hysterical, essentially.
So, yeah, just no. I'm counting off 2.
2? Like, come on.
2. No, it's not.
5.
It's let's 3. I'll count off 3.
5.
Our priority has always been to help content partners succeed and provide a vehicle to follow their dreams. I don't believe that was the mission statement of Channel Awesome, as stated in their... I actually have the magazine, their initial interview with Entrepreneur.
They took notes from the Fine Bros.
Thanks for the super chat, Crimson. Appreciate that, dude. That's £2. That's like $3.
Hey, can I get half of that? Because I'm here too.
Sure. Yeah, I'll throw that on there.
I can't believe you actually agreed to that.
No, Hey, Megan. You remember our contract where I said that any stream that you host, we actually have a clause in our contract for that because we're not hacks.
Yes, he does. That's why I always have like that warning. Like any donations during my stream actually goes to me, not Stuart. But because this is a half and half stream, we're gonna do it a half and half, which is cool. But yes, we have a clause for that. So if I'm actively streaming on here, you guys donate to me, it goes to me, not to Stuart. So that's like a really cool thing.
Thank you, Megan. A compliment from Megan. Oh my God, the stream.
Don't get to it. We should maybe read over our contract to show.
Do we want to can you pull it up? I don't have it on me. So I'm gonna count off 2 for that because our priority has always been to help content. That's just a bold-faced lie. Like you're a business, you're making money. Own it. Don't pretend you're the good guy here. Like when the need arose, we have distanced ourselves from people who are practically callous, letting go of significant stakeholders in the interest of keeping our mission at the forefront. You know what? It has
my name on it, but I've said my name several times, so I don't care. My name is Megan Mates, by the way, which is my real last name.
My name is Stuart, and you could probably find my name easily. I'm just not going to say it. So
his name is Stuart McButts.
Yep, Stuart McButts. Because if you
have the reason I'm saying this is because my name is in the document because I sent you the signed copy.
Yeah, if you have my full name, you can find me so easily in teacher databases, which is why I don't share it. So
don't scroll. Just be careful because you did.
So my name is in here. Okay, so
your name's at the bottom. So
I will open that. I will open that in a minute. Thank you. Oh, you have it as JPEGs. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So okay.
Oh, cool! I think my handwriting's in there.
Yep. So I will try to hide that. We've got a long 2-page contract.
I don't care about my name.
All right. For those who have spoken, letting go of significant stakeholders, I will give that to them. They let go of Spoonie and they let go of the first guy who admittedly made them lots of money and benefited to them directly. So Spoonie was being a dick. They dropped him.
The reason that Spoonie got dropped is because he just kept making drama.
Yeah,
it kept putting a huge bad.
Not hacks. You have it as JPEGs. Yes, we have official Google documents. Thank you. She just saved it as a JPEG. All right. We appreciate and hear the frustrations of past producers. We are actively taking internal steps to better improve communication with our producers so that they can be focused on putting on their great content. I am not in contact with any producer currently at Channel Awesome. However, I've got no evidence to count off that minus. That they are actively taking steps to improve communication with our producers so they can. Yeah, now they're doing it, but that is technically
kind of like what you did right after the not so awesome talk. Hey guys, I don't want to become Channel Awesome, so here's this secretive production.
That's not a wrong thing to do.
It isn't, but I'm just harshing on it.
No, it's fine. And like I said, to those who are not caught up, I made a special Discord chat for everyone who works on the channel for us, which, by the way, at this point is becoming quite impressively long. Like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people work on this show now. So
Wow, that was actually just a shot in the dark.
yeah, at least 8 people. That's not including Jakey, who made the opening animation, or a couple of other people who have like that doesn't include iTunes, who made the opening theme song either. So, yeah, I can't count off.
Just who are actively working on.
Yeah, I can't count off for that because that may be true. And we are open to constructive criticism. -3. Not even addressing that. The kind that can help us become even better instead. -1. No, we're moving on. All right, our focus now is on moving forward with the wonderful team we have and all of our dedicated followers. What's left of them?
Not anymore.
Well, they still got some, I'm sure. We want to make our collective future as best as it could possibly be. You cannot lie with that statement, okay? We thank our content creators, team, and fans for truly making our channel awesome. Yeah, -1 for pun! It's a 0 out of 100! This is a failure of an apology. This is nothing. Guys, I'm sorry. I will respect...
I'm in the middle of something. Fine, I'll let out the dogs.
I will respect Doug Walker as a content creator for... Megan! I will respect Doug Walker as a content producer and as a businessman. Megan! Stop! Talking while I'm talking! Back to this. Is she gone? Is she actually gone? So anyway, I will respect Doug Walker as a content creator and as a businessman, and I will, especially Rob Walker. From judging from this document, Mike Machad deserves very little credit for any of the success of the website. However, I do not know. Currently on Twitter, Tamara and Malcolm are defending Michael. And I respect Tamara and I respect Malcolm. Megan, you can at least mute your mic.
Yo, what's up?
I said you could at least mute your mic while you were taking a dump.
I had to pee. I don't shit at the speed of sound.
I just assumed with all the bad food in your diet, you did.
What fucking bad food? You're complaining me, Mister.
Anyway,
there was fucking orgasming at the fact that you had double stuffed pizza.
I wasn't saying that I wasn't a dirty hypocrite. I was just saying that you. We got totally off topic. Anyway, I respect the guys that for their content creation, and I respect Doug as a businessman because from what
left in China awesome. I'm actually
from what it seems, Doug was not the worst of it. He wanted other people. Yeah, it's mostly not Doug. I wouldn't even say it seems mostly like this Mike guy, and I'm sorry. Yeah, and I feel bad for those left on the website still, those who clearly are not super interested in being there.
Ooh,
but
look how long that was.
All right, Guru, please, by the way, we are looking at people. Please do not harass these people. I respect the content creators on the website. Please do not harass them. In fact, maybe watch their stuff on YouTube because they're all good people. Goober Larry, I remember he's good. I don't know Gaming Wildlife. I've met Brad Jones on multiple occasions. He's a swell guy. In fact, I have a few of his videos. I bought his DVDs. Blockbuster Buster, I'm amazed he's actually still there, to be honest.
Archive.
I noticed that Moscow X finally took his stuff off the website. I was actually talking to...
How short that fucking list is. That's 4.
I actually talked to Moscow a few days ago and asked him, are you still going to be on the website? And he said no, so... Or at the very least, he was thinking about leaving, so... The only people left...
Nostalgia Critic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are all Nostalgia Critic shows. So there's only 5 other content creators left on the website, so... Anyway.
Doug's always gonna stay because I don't
Yeah.
know about Brad Jones because
I've met him multiple times. He's a nice
I
guy.
have no idea if he's going to leave or not because he's been with them like since the beginning.
Well, so was Linkara, Spoonie. Well, Spoonie didn't have a choice, but so was Linkara and Suede, but they left. If you lose Linkara,
I lose.
uh,
Brad Jones is a really good one too. I was even like watching his shit.
by the
That's
way,
how good he was.
by the way, he lost a ton of weight. Like he looks good now.
Yeah, I know.
Just FYI.
Are you jealous?
A little bit actually. I wanna try to get better. That's my goal this summer.
You don't want to be a roly-poly man anymore?
Nah, I'm kind of tired of it. So,
Isn't Alex gonna get upset?
what? Not being a roly poly?
Yeah.
I think no, probably not. She likes me being chunkier, but I think the increase in energy and assertiveness would be in her favor.
I would like the less sweat, please.
Well, you're not my woman, so you don't have to worry about my sweat that
I'm
often.
your side bitch, though.
By the way, that's actively not true. Please do
No,
not.
that's not true. I'm engaged to somebody, to Captain Nerditude, so...
Anyway, so this is a 0 out of 100, a complete failure of an apology.
Yeah!
I do not believe this would fly anywhere, and I don't think you should either. I'm not saying harass them. Please don't. Especially not Malcolm and Tamara. They don't deserve that. They're in a really tough spot. But yeah, now that we have now that we've effectively burned our bridge with Channel Awesome forever.
Yay! But to be fair, all the people you were friends with weren't.
Yeah, all of our friends, by the way, you could see a Channel Awesome crossover on our channel, but all of them left the website. All of them left the website. So
you should call them preview. Like you should change it to something stupid like the good guys from Channel Awesome.
the non-sexual
The not-bad
abuse.
guys. I don't know.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
psychopathic edgelords.
Refresh the page. Things have changed? What changed? No!
No. What changed?
What changed, dude?
Maybe there's a new thing that's been added.
I don't see anything.
It's gone.
It's funny, most of these accusations attempt to not... oh yeah, even this guy, the top comment, it's funny, most of these accusations attempt to not be Penny, but that's all you ever see them come off as Mike. So, everyone thinks Mike wrote this. Yeah. What's gone? Shows. Oh, even less shows now? Really?
Oh, that's what they're talking about.
Whoa! Two people left as we were having this! That is the power of the loading crew. We have made 2 people leave this website. We have affected... Actually, I don't even want to claim that. Woo. Yeah, 2 people left. Who left? Gaming.
Yeah, the gaming guy and... I don't remember. I'm trying to look back in the actual...
Hey, sweetie. So, as we were doing the stream, we were looking to see who was left on the website. There were 5 people as we were looking, and then now there's 3. Like,
yeah, no,
it's happening. Like, hashtag it's happening.
No, come on, we're doing a chill stream together.
All right, love you,
Love you too.
Lordy. This is...
Brad will not be, like... I feel like Brad is big enough to leave on his own.
He could make it. I'm not suggesting he should.
I think Guru and Larry could also make it on his own, so...
The fact that I recognize those names is pretty big.
Yeah, exactly, is the good thing.
Then what's in archive shows? I need to see. The Horror Guru, Yomaz,
Farewell to aka everybody who left.
Wow. When was this? March 29th.
That was before the whole thing came out.
Gaming, Wildlife, and Blockbuster Buster. I remember Blockbuster Buster. That's insane.
Fuck.
Well,
Wait, he does video game reviews? Oh,
Guru Larry? Yeah, he did.
no. Nostalgic right now.
No,
this is Guru Larry. Holy fuck, I'm subscribed to that guy.
Oh!
What the fuck is he on here?
Wait, what?
Why are you here?
This is the animator, isn't he? This is an animator. I know this guy.
I know this guy. I watched it. Don't play his YouTube video, but yeah, Guru Larry. Hi, I'm fucking. He's way big. He's so big.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be here.
He will, like, as soon as he notices, he'll probably leave.
Alright,
I
well,
love this guy's shit.
this
Go
guy's-
subscribe! Go
Go
subscribe to Larry Bunny Jr. and tell him to get the fuck out.
Go subscribe. Subscribe. Do not comment. Remember, no harassing. That's what we're asking. Please do not. I can't control you
Yeah,
or your action.
Don't listen to me. Listen to Stuart.
Shut up, Megan. So yeah, that's great.
Check his Twitter. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay. Guru. Come on now. Guru Larry.
I'm pretty sure I follow him. Yeah.
Change the channel. What's... Oh, Larry Bundy Jr. Here we go.
Yeah, it looks like he's wanting to leave too.
Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Channel Awesome's Last Man Standing.
Hold on, I can watch it.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up on YouTube. Is this illegal? I'm pretty sure. Guru Larry emerges. Is it possible he enjoyed it?
Oh, so now he's just doing it until
that wasn't Larry. He retweeted that.
Yeah, but it's clear that he doesn't actually.
Oh no, yeah, he's making fun of Doug right now.
Yeah, it looks like I saw earlier of even more pictures of that. It's clear.
Winner, winner, chicken. Oh, this is amazing! Who's gonna be the last person to leave Channel Awesome? Oh my god! Oh, this is great.
Oh, so he's just playing it up.
Oh yeah, he's.
Battle going on.
No, this is brilliant. This is brilliant marketing. Apologies to everyone. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I saw earlier.
I have finally been included in some group. That guy with the glasses fan art. It took 10 bloody years to be noticed. Yes.
Oh, he is bitter. Oh, he hates these guys.
Oh my, yeah.
God.
Wow. No, he is ripping into it. Wow.
No, go back to that list, my dude.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Wait, hold on. When was this?
April 2015 versus 2018.
Man.
So click the next arrow. Fucking idiot.
Shush.
And
Wow.
that was just a few days ago.
Yeah, Moscow. I remember talking to Moscow.
They don't even have the list anymore. It's just go back to the site. It's not even a list anymore. Like, go.
Is it just show? Show.
Oh, it does have video games and movies. That's
It still has that. It still has them. So should we do a countdown to destruction or something?
No, I think it might take another day or two for them to get down.
Well, Guru Larry's making fun of them on Facebook, on Twitter.
Place your bets. Who is going to be the final?
Let's look at Brad Jones. Look at Brad Jones. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, this guy is fucking amazing. I would even say that he's better than Doug.
Brad is not posting anything. It looks like Guru is trying to get kicked off.
Yeah. So it looks like Brad will be the final one.
Yeah, my money's on Brad. They're friends. So.
Do you want to bet that £2?
Well, with Brad, Brad I think lives in Chicago, because last time I was there, we talked about going out because we were gonna meet up with Ankara. So we thought about it.
I love that old man picture.
Glorious. I won't give in till I've been done.
I'm so glad that we clicked on the name of Guru Larry because I can't believe I didn't realize it was him. I thought I saw a few tweets on. I thought he was just shit posting, but in reality, he's mega shit posting.
Tomorrow, all of this will be yours. Oh, Guru Larry. I didn't even see that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh my god, this
My
is
favorite
amazing.
is the death battle.
The death battle. That was great. I'm gonna make that my background.
I still have the fucking meme picture of like I ended my friendship with Stuart.
Oh my god. Desktop.
Are we gonna
Death.
read my contract anymore?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that. So this was our contract that I signed with Megan.
Ah!
Agreement for art and animation services between Lodi Crew Crafts and Associates. So I wrote this up whenever we sign anyone on.
Oh my god, $5!
Oh my, I legally only have to pay you $5 a video.
Shut up! We're not doing that.
When we signed her first on, we lowballed it hard because the channel was making no money, and it was all based off of Patreon. That was kind of so. I used to pay Megan $5 a video, and boy, that was awful. Like, you were handling both pre and post too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, now you only handle post after like
It's
2.
even worse. Okay, he wanted originally in the contract $10 per session, which is about.
That's not true. Hold on.
Yes. No,
Was-
he wanted $10 for an entire session edited.
I think I put that forward at first because that's what I paid Paul, who was doing it for me as a favor, to remove swearing. And I think...
But then you saw how good I was.
Yeah, then I saw you could edit, and we changed it. Because I thought all you were doing was removing swearing.
Doug Walker back in.
Don't Doug Walker! How much are we paying? Okay, so right now, what am I paying?
You just give me a random sum
I-
of money.
I give her between, like, depending on how well the Patreon does and how much of a...
It's usually 100. Like, let's just.
But between it's between 150 and like 200. That's usually what I give her per month now.
You do not get in Canadian dollars.
I said between it. Now, granted,
Usually around $150 US.
now granted, your responsibilities have lessened quite a
Yeah.
bit. You've not, yeah,
But the other editor is roughly getting the same. I believe Drago.
Drago, but
I've
he,
been bad this week because I've been like 8-key paint and been dealing with Stuart's bullshit with the notes. I got
Oh,
grumpy
shush.
at you yes-
oh shush.
I was so grumpy at you yesterday. I'm like, he's playing Overwatch. I don't want to play Overwatch right now. I'm grumpy.
So yeah,
But
this
it just shows how good our friendship is. That was yesterday. Today's today.
So I'm not going to show the second page because it shows both of our names on it, but we've got 10 things on here. Basically, distributed services, terms, compensation, invoicing, payments, yada, 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 confidentiality.
I think some of them state conventions and stuff like that too. Like what you were supposed to do, and you tried to wiggle your way out of.
Oh, paying you for the convention travel?
Paying us for convention travel and like buying our rooms and stuff.
No, you didn't have to pay for the room.
Yeah.
You never did pay for the room. However, granted, I did not pay for your plane ticket. You're right.
Well, yeah, no, but
Do you want me to cover you that?
no,
I
no.
I can't do it right now, but I can
No,
reimburse you.
bitch,
I did
I don't
promise
care.
you.
It was-
Okay.
It's been I owe money to anyway, so
Okay.
but
that's
that
fine.
will be done later on.
Yeah. And I wasn't when I offered it. I wasn't offering it at. We were going to go
You
meet.
need to fucking plan better.
Oh
Oh,
my
Maggie,
God.
do you want to go to a convention? Sure. When is it? Next week. I'm in
Because
Canada.
I didn't know Matt Mercer was going to be there. So, anyway, I think what I'm going to do, just for archiving reasons, I'm going to hit the end stream button. Now, this does not mean the stream is over. What I'm doing is everyone wants us to like play Overwatch or something.
Oh yeah.
And I'm fully willing to do that, but I want
to pull Ben into here because of his puns.
Yeah, so
and
what I'm going to
play more Overwatch with me.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream, and I want to release this as like main channel content.
Yeah.
But need to edit it down.
You should definitely do a podcast during your downtimes because, frankly, he just doesn't have time for notes right now, and we're going to be like, even if I was on top of everything this week, we would just not have enough content for next week, essentially, because he can't do notes because he's very busy with trying to move, and he has to work and take care of a kid and have to deal with me yelling at him.
So I'm gonna hit the end stream. Do not leave. We will be right back in. We will be right back in. Okay.
I know. Ben, you're not supposed to say that you faked an illness to go to work to the con.
Oh God. All right. Bye, everybody. Be right back.